Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Bash from Fortnite. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, running. We're going to do a running pose this time. So, I want to do a little something different, and I figure running's the way to go, right? Now, here's the thing. I started off really low here, so let me see if I can get this onto the camera. Okay, I think that'll work. And also, there we go. I started off a little too centered there. So stick figures help, and then you flesh it out. And I always tell you kids, draw your pose first, and then you can do the fun stuff, And so that's why I gotta sketch it out, and then I can work on the fine detail, because like a lot of you, I like doing the small stuff. I love doing the fun stuff, but I just spit all over my drawing. Gross. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's okay. Luckily, nobody watches these. Nobody watches the sketch part. They all want to get to the Sharpies. And I get it. That's the fun stuff, But as much as I worry about it, it's like, no big deal. No one's watching. That's going to be my catchphrase. I need to come up with some catchphrases, right? Some smash that like button, and what are the other ones? What's up, guys? That's the typical one. But I need some catchphrases. Okay, some detail now. I can start to move to this. Let me just start to flesh this out, so to speak. Flesh out our basher, and then I can move over. Okay, it's getting a little too sketchy there, so I just wanted to straighten some of that out. All right. I guess I should go a little darker with my drawing here, because I know where I'm going. I know what I'm going to do, but I gotta get him there. And this one's got quite a bit of detail, so I'm trying to move fast, move right, and keep us going, because, like I said, there's a lot of detail in this one. But we can only get so much in, right? So, it's all about choosing your battles. That kind of thing. You know those phrases, those sayings, those teachings. Pick your battles. You can pick your battles. You can pick your chonas, but don't pick your nose. Well, how's that go? I don't know. Something like that. Okay. Let's see. Now I got to try to focus on some of this detail, because, like I said, he's got quite a bit in here, and I can add my detail. And what I mean by that is I've got him, posed a certain way, and I've got to add the detail for the pose that I've chosen. Does that make sense? Because, I'm going by the store photo, like when you purchase him. This is what he looks like, that kind of thing. But I have to take all those details and place them into the pose that I'm doing. And that's kind of the fun thing about learning how to draw and coming up with your own style too. But you get to decide the position that he's going to be in. And that's kind of the part that I like, is that I get to decide, this is how I'm going to put him in this pose. Okay, and I've got him kind of in a like a cocked fist, like he's about to throw a punch. Because I like that he's running, and so he's kind of running at you, and he's running at you to bash your face in. That's kind of violent, but I mean, he is called Bash, right? So that's what we're gonna go for. We're gonna give him his namesake, and this hand will just do down because he's running, right? Let's see, there's nothing special. Well, there is a little box on the back of his hand. There you go. So, that being said, too, we kind of have covered up a few of the details on his front chest. Not in a bad way. In a don't have to worry about him kind of way. Because he's got like this box thing. I don't know what it is. Over his chest. And then he's got the two belts. Do you remember these old characters? These old Fortnite, let's give everybody two belts kind of character. Kind of crazy and fun, but it was their old, traditional. Here he is with two belts, and here he is with 12 belts. That kind of thing. That it was cool design. I'm not gonna lie, but. It's the old template, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And a lot of times, kind of like the wrist communicator that they used to have, there was no point in it. It was just a design. That's all it was. Okay, so let me try to do this foot real fast to make sure we're not falling off the page. Nope, we're good. All right. Okay, looks good there. Let me just draw this back leg real quick. And I'm just gonna have it charging out. The old charging leg, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You kids. Sorry, I know there's a lot of girls here too, but guys is what I'm used to saying. You guys, come on, guys. That kind of thing. So, I'm not excluding anyone. All right, I think that might work. Yeah, let's get going. I say we switch over to Sharpies now. I'm going to erase some of these sketch lines so we can work with just the confidence lines and switch over to the Sharpie. But yeah, I want the Sharpie to stand out, so I need to erase some of the sketch, and I don't need the sketch lines. As I got better, as I got more confident, my lines got darker, and that's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to work with, because you always want to work with confidence and not with sketchiness, right? Okay, all right. Howdy, ha-has. How's that one? Maybe I should call everybody ha-has, right? So whenever I open my video, it's howdy, ha-has. Does that work? Or maybe that's my phrase, howdy, ha-ha. I don't know. Maybe I should just get to work and stop entertaining myself. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. So I'm going to start off with the Sharpie pen just a little bit. I've sketched the entire thing out and I've erased a majority of it, but I still have a ghost of an image I can work with. So I'm going to start with some of the finer details that are a little finer than this. This fat Sharpie can find. So I'm going to start with the eyeball. I've already sketched it out, so I'm not just throwing stuff down. I know where I'm going. So I'm going to start with his taped up eyeball, and I'm going to draw like a cross, basically, like a little band-aid across where his eyeball is going to be. Almost like he's got two band-aids, right? I don't know why I think of band-aids. So now I can draw the circle button eye that's underneath it. So I'm just going to kind of follow the circle pattern underneath, and I'm doing it a little under the design just to kind of show that it's around, you know. But that's all I can really do because it's such a tiny little thing that we're not going to add a lot of detail to it. All right, I'm going to thicken up this edge a little bit just to give it a nice little contrast. Now, if you're working with a pencil, you don't have to do that, but I wanted to. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the little ring around his mouth, or his bridle, right? And that's where the bridle is connected, basically. So, you know, I think I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie now. I don't think I need a lot of fine detail, maybe for the hair, but since there's no features like the eyes and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about fine detail. So I'm just going to start off with the bridle and just go with that. So I'm going to draw up to where the bridle is going to connect. Go over his muzzle. Connect that. And there you go. That's what I'll do. I'll add just some fine little detail is what I'll do with the Sharpie, like that. And see, he is wearing like a hat, a helmet. There you go. Sometimes my words don't work right. And so I'm going to draw that kind of going around his eye. Something like this. Comes down, back, and I can draw the top of his head, basically. This. Now, I want to draw the horn before I go too far because it's going through the helmet as well. So I'm going to kind of bump it like this for the rings type kind of thing. So I'm going to do like this. Nothing too dramatic. But like that, so I can come back and add just like the little swirly rings, you know, like that. There you go. And there is like a hole where it's coming through, where it's coming through the helmet, like that. And now I'm going to finish the other side of the helmet. Not rocket science here, kids. All right. And again, let's add just a little bit of edge because it's a hard-edged helmet. It's not a soft good. Okay, I'm going to add his ear like this. Oops. Maybe a little smoother. That was kind of chonky. Let's see, his hair is going to come through like that. I just wanted to draw the hair first because I wanted it on the other side of the ear, which is going to disappear behind it like that. All right. How's yours looking? Mine's awesome. Okay, and so there is like another little layer underneath the helmet going around his eye. That's, let's see if I can find a side view. Yeah, some kind of something. Let's see if I can do it like this. And coming down and disappearing like this again. I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit. Again, if you're using pencil, you don't have to do that. Just making myself happy. Okay. Let's see. So now I'm just going to draw a little bit of the neck right there. That's going to disappear into his chest piece is where that's going to start. Let's get back over here. We'll worry about the hair in a second. I want to draw the chest piece. Well, no, I guess that's going to, I can do that. Let's do that. That's not underneath the chest piece. We're going to come up like this. I'm going to skip a spot, and you'll see why in a second. Same thing, come up here, skip some spots, skip, skip. Now, the reason I did that is because I want to put the gaps like this. But again, I don't think that Sharpie can handle it. It's almost too fine for that Sharpie. So I'm just going to take advantage of using a smaller Sharpie to add some gaps in the hair like that. There you go. We'll go ahead and just do one more like that just to accent that. Perfect. All right. So let's add the front like this. There we go. Let's move on. So now we're going to draw his nose, his old llama nose, and that's going to come out just a little bit and come down. And then we're going to go ahead and bring it in for the edge. And again, see, I guess the tiny Sharpie ended up working out more than I thought it was going to work out. Come in here like this. I'm going to add these tiny edges just to accent, you know, just to give it a little bit of edge, but not as thick and not as dramatic as a big fat Sharpie would do. So dramatic, right? Okay. All right, so now we're gonna draw that jaw, that jutting jaw. Like this, I'm gonna stick it out. And again, now I'm gonna add just like some teeth, his toofers, right? And then we'll kind of come back in like this. Let's see. So yeah, just to add that jutting jaw teeth. All right, so now we're gonna draw the bottom, the edge, and come back in. We're gonna connect it right around up here. Something like that. And again, gonna connect this bridle that goes underneath. Connects there. And I guess it connects on the side, huh? Yeah, that's what it is. That connects right there. That's what that is. All right, so we're done with the head. We're gonna move on to the rest of the body. So let's see what I can find here. So I'm gonna draw the neck piece, but first I'm gonna draw these shotgun shells over his shoulder because that's in front. I'm gonna draw it like this. Then I'm gonna draw the shells. Basically, cylinders is all we're really gonna draw. And I'm gonna add some detail in a second. Hot dogs. We're just drawing hot dogs on his chest, right? Who doesn't want some hot dogs? Or not dogs if you're vegetarian, vegan, whatnot. All right. Gonna draw the little edge that layers it over like that, or holds it. Okay, now, the reason I wanted to do that first is because now I could draw everything that's behind it. We'll go ahead and bring it in, finish it up over here so you know where the edge is. And this is in front of what I'm about to draw. So I can draw his little neck piece like this. And see how it's behind that? So now I'm not too worried about where it stops or where it starts. It's just all good. Okay, and so see, the neck is pretty much done. There's hair and rainbow and stuff like that, but we're not worried about it because we're pretty much done with that part. So now I'm just gonna draw the little stepped layered part of it. Come down here like this. And I'll go ahead and add just a little bit of the detail just to accent the edge, okay? And there's more to it, like a little bit more of a mech look, you know? Something like that. Okay, and let's see, one side flip over there. Nope, that's shoulder stuff. So like I said, there's a lot of detail to them, so we just got to kind of hurry, get through this, and only show what we can see. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this arm since we're over here. I'm going to bring his back up like this into his arm, and he's got a shoulder piece on, so we're going to go ahead and put that in first, because like I said, I like to draw what's on top, so whenever you're drawing stuff behind, you don't have to draw all this, you know? So I concentrate on what's above and what's below. So the shoulder piece is on top, and that's first. And then we can draw what's underneath. So I'm going to connect right there. Oh, my paper's all bowing. What's up with that? What's up, paper? Okay, so let's draw his arm out. And I've got it kind of in a swinging back position, like he's about to throw a punch. So it's going to come down like here, like this. There's his elbow. Draw the inside of his arm like this. And it's got some texture to it, so we're just going to kind of add a few bumps to get ready for that. There's what's that piece called? It's not like a collar, but it's like an extra edge on his sleeve. What would you call that? I don't know. Not worried about it. Let's just keep going. So I'm going to come down here for his wrist where it connects. Let's add some of that detail now that I added all those bumps, and throw in a little extra, right? So the edge of his glove is right there, and he's got these cool little details into this that we just want to add a little bit of. Like I said, there's a lot of detail on his coat, and I'm not going to worry about all of it, but we're going to do as much of it as we can. There's another little layer of something that goes in like this, and then it's got some tears and whatnot of that material like that. We'll go ahead and do it down like this, because that part we're going to see. There we go. All right, there is some detail in there, but I'm going to worry about that with color. I'm going to keep moving on this. All right, so I'm just going to draw his fist, just like I said, just about to throw a fist, so you're only going to see certain parts of it. We're going to see his thumb, over his knuckles like this. Then I'm going to draw the first finger like that. We'll go ahead and draw the knuckles so you see where we are. Coming in like this. Like that. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a few little extra details. Something like that. And again, we're kind of at a loss from the angle that I chose. This is kind of a little odd. It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted, but you know what? I'm gonna work with what I got and just add a few folds to kind of wrap it over like that. There we go. Okay, we'll just call that a fist. Good enough, right? All right, so let's keep going. So this one is over his chest because he's in a running position. So this arm is, let's go, we're gonna start with his hand. We're gonna make up for that one. That one's all right. We're gonna make up for this one. So this one's more at you like this. You can see more of the front, a little bit of the top. So we're gonna come in here and just draw the thumb tucked in. There's the fingers. There's the knuckles like this. There's the edge of it coming down here like that. So we can see this much of the fingers like that. Okay? All right. Okay, and he does have like this little square piece on the back of his hand, like a little detail to his glove. Okay? All right, so now we're gonna draw pretty much like we did there, but you can only see so much of it because it's foreshortened in front of his chest. So, coming back here like this, drawing that ridge layer I was talking about that I can't think of the name of. And we'll go ahead and accent it like that. So now all you can see here is his elbow and just basically creases and folds from where his arm is bent over his chest. So something like that. See, we kind of got away with not having to draw everything because of this angle. All right. So, like I was saying before, that covers a lot of stuff up on his chest. Like he has this box that we can't quite see now because it's behind him. So we're going to work our way down and work on his belt. So his belt is about, let's put it about like this. That's the little connector, the buckle, I guess, if you will. We'll add this little detail like that. And then we're going to add some more detail over here. And here's what's going to come out, connect to the pants, come out, connect to pants again. And then he's got a big old pouch, like the old Fortnites do. Big old rectangular pouch that he holds his juice box or his pudding pack or anything else he needs to keep him going, to keep him in the fight, right? Okay, so belt number 2. This is it's not one of the older ones, but it's kind of based on that old design of we wear 2 belts. You know, one to hold up our pants and one to hold up our snack packs, right? So we're going to close that off there, and that means, let's see, we'll do one more pouch over here like that. So that means now we're going to have him running. So this leg is forward. If you're ever running, remember this while you're drawing. The way your arms are swinging, whichever arm is forward, the opposite leg is back. No, opposite leg is forward. I'm so sorry. Whatever arm is forward, that leg is back. Whatever arm is back, that leg is forward. So just remember that whenever you're drawing. Just kind of, keep it opposite. So that being said, so this arm is back. That means this leg is forward. So we're going to give him a crease. I'm going to stretch that leg out to his knee pad. Going to draw his buttocks to his leg. Like that. So that being said, like I was talking about before, if something is in front, there's only so many details we have to worry about. Now, he does have some pouches, so let me draw some squares here, or rectangles, sorry. So little rectangles over his body like that. Draw a little flappy pouch over it like this, and it's just floating there. No, I guess there is like a belt or something there. We'll just draw something like this to make up for that belt. And anything else like his shirt that goes into his crotch and whatnot, we can't see, so we're not too worried about it. So let's just do something like this to draw the front of him, add some folds from where his legs bent over. Just crease it like that. All right, so let's finish up this leg. He's got a knee pad. Something like this. We'll add just a little bit of extra detail, just to kind of show, you know, a little bit of fun, a little bit of extraness. And it's held on by straps. Like this. And you know I love my creases and folds, so I'm going to add a little extra. Something like that. All right. So let's finish up this leg and then we'll do the back one. Okay, so I'm going to wrinkle up the pants, come down here, connect it to his boot. Again, add some messiness to the stress on his pants from being stretched like this. And I'm going to draw his boot. So his boot, I'm just going to have back here like this. Here's the front. Going to be coming down, and he's like supercharging, so it's all the weight's on this toe. So we're going to add, there's his heel. I don't know why I added that extra little chunk in it. And his heel is up in the air while the front is on his toe, bent forward like this, like that. So now I'm going to add just a little extra creases, and we'll do something like this for the laces. Man, sometimes I just don't know what I'm talking about. My words don't work, but that's okay. That's why I'm an artist. I'm not a writer. All right, so again, I just wanted to add just some heavy creases right there because of the stress on his toe. All right, so that means this arm is forward, so this leg is back. So since we can't see a lot of it, we're gonna imagine it's going through here. It's gonna come down like this. Same thing, it's flowing down this way, coming in like that. Does it make sense? Awesome. So we're gonna draw the knee pad like we did over there, but more of a side view. Okay. So that little square that we made, we're just gonna kind of do something simple like this. Come around and add it like that. All right, so again, we're gonna add the attachments. Connect the pants. Same thing we did over here. We're gonna push out the pants a little bit because this is all holding it tight, and now it's out a little bit more. Okay, so there's to the boot. I'm gonna draw the boot, and we're pretty much gonna do like we did there because he's like leaning forward, like really charging. So we're just going to put all the stress on the front toe again. All right, something like that. Here's his heel. Pretty much the same thing we just did, but you know, for the back foot. Let's see, something like that. There we go. Now I'm going to add some extra detail just for the like I said, the stress of everything he's doing to his own foot, like that, from leaning so far forward on it, and some stress on the pants from all being all bunged up like this. And don't worry if you're not doing the exact same thing I am. I'm just kind of making it up anyway, just saying, you know what, a stress line would look good right there, and right there, and right there, and right there. Okay, and so let's see, how about we do, let's not worry about one up there. I was gonna do like some stress here from where it's stretched out, but no, let's not do that. Let's just do one like this, and we'll do like we did there for the laces, just a little bit of a line where those are gonna be. Like that. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Bash from Fortnite. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.